You are a product. Wait, what does that mean? You know you want to be special, but ever understand specialness is earned. What rejection do to us? Do failures mess you up? Well, perceptions matter, my friend. People are weird. And also there is a difference between knowing and understanding. Finding love can be a pain in the ass. So can we find oneself first? How yourself dies? Acceptance, approval of others in the life? Ever asked yourself, do you feel satisfied with your life or not? Screw pleasing people. Because here is the truth. Nobody cares. Nobody cares unless they have a personal motive to care about you. You are a nation, my lovelies. Build a self-reliant one. Admire, but never follow. Learn to differentiate. Nobody is perfect. Learn how to think, because since the beginning we have been taught what to think. We never focused on even how to think. So, well, there is a difference between all this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Health, Love, Travel, Wisdom. So here I am introducing myself. I'm Anjali Gupta, an explorer, travel enthusiast, storyteller following love and health. So in this video, we are going to explore all the real things that we are somewhere very afraid to admit, very afraid to accept it. So we will be talking about all those shit, all those things that we are choosing to ignore that we shouldn't. So I gave you the sneak peek of the book that we are going to have in this video, the summary of the readest book ever by Sweta Tangwar, also known as Men Sutra. So here we will have the conversation, we will share about the facts and the things that I have learned from this book. And I am assuring you that some things are going to hurt because truth is hard to accept, right? But I just loved to learn from this book. I know how much effective it is in my life, and that's why I wanna share with you all lovelies, with you all people, that maybe it can help you to accept and to change your perceptions about the world that we are living in and that the world we are creating. So now, without any further ado, let's start. So the very first chapter in this book is that concept with that you are a product. Yes, we are a product, isn't? We are the product with so many hope attached to it. Is with all the burdens, with all the so-called capabilities that we are assumed to expect from us, and we are assumed to do all those stuffs: better career, having job, relationship, economies, having to exist in the world. We need to have so many certain environments, and we are just stuck in the process of the chain that is coming from the beginning. And we just forget, we don't know how to think. We are already made to think, and all those the same algorithm, the same thing, the same process that we are supposed to learn this. We are not supposed to ask that why can't we learn that. And since how this is are we the product of the beliefs, of the hopes, all so many hopes, so that you are the better product, you will have the better choices, you will have the better life of this concept. So we will talk about this in the next chapter. Let's move forward. You know you want to be special in someone's eye, in someone's life. We almost seek for the approval, attentions of others to say that, hey, you are so awesome, you are so special, and we feel so much happy after listening to that. Oh wow. But I guess we should not. We should really not to seek the approval of others for attaining the badge of specialness, because specialness is earned. It is the realization that we are supposed to earn, not just for the sake of the moment, so that we will feel happy that time, and after some time we will lose ourselves, we will stuck in again in our mind, and we will feel again something down, and we feel like, oh, I just one more need to listen about my compliments, my things. There is a difference. There is the one of the beautiful line that I have read in this chapter of specialness, that if you need somebody else to tell you that you are special, then you have not done anything to earn it in your own mind. So in whatever I do impacts the world, I self must become better, not for proving others, but for proving myself. I am here, I am existing in this world to prove myself. And if you are doing something good, then damn sure you are gonna make some specialness, earn some specialness in this world. We have to make our mind to think that specialness is not something that we are depending on others to hear that compliment. Until and unless if we want to do something highly impacted in this world, until and unless we want to contribute in this world, I don't think the momentary specialness and that compliment will give you the long lasting happiness. So think yourself, what makes you really special about you? See, we all know it is very fact that we all know that rejection is normal, and rejection happen to all of us. Who have not faced rejection? Every one of us has faced a rejection in anything that we desired once in our life. If we are facing the failure, then for sure we have something to learn in our life also. This is how we move forward, right? If you are facing rejection, if you are having failures in your life, then you get up. After some time, after some days, after crying all over, and we get up and we again start learning. But when this happened and how this happened, there is the difference. Okay, I got rejected. But what is in my mind now? I got rejected. So now I am going to prove that person, that world, that they have rejected me and they have not done correct. This kind of superiority comes in your mind. Is this also happens with so many cases? Or there is also another options, another case happened. Okay, rejection happened. So I will go learn where I have done the mistakes. I'll come back again because I want this inside from my heart. I want to achieve this. I want to success at it from my heart, for myself, for my loved ones. Not for the attention, approval, and that kind of egoist scenario. Superiority. Here comes the point of that superiority. Oh God, how dare he or she? I got approved to them. No. If we will live our life just to prove others, then I'm not sure that whether we are living our life or not. So there are many chances that what rejection do to us, how deep down failures mess you up. You in any ways get up, take your time. Don't think yourself as a loser. Never. Nobody is perfect in this world, and we everyone know this fact at least, that nothing is earned so easily, nothing is achieved so easily. We just forget ourselves that what we are really wanting, and if we are facing the rejection, then we should start working for ourselves, not for proving themselves. Because if you are doing amazing, then you are definitely going to achieve that damn thing. Because if you are making yourself better, then world has a better place for you. Mind that. World has definitely better place for us also if we are continuously doing better in ourselves. But everything is just what start within yourself, not for proving others, not for others. Never. then again we will catch in some race, in some competition race, जहाँ पर we will so many confusion, so many problem and depression come here. So we got rejected in our life, and here the entry of so many assumptions happened that people are weird, people are complicated. It is hard to say that how are they. See, there is a difference between knowing and understanding. How much you know about the people that you are making conclusion, you are doing the judgment, and you are giving the any thoughts on them. How much do you know first then? How much time we have spent with that person before doing conclusion and judgment of anyone in the life? We can know a person even by the first meet. But for understanding the person, we gotta go spend several times, several days with them to really understand them. In fact, that time also we won't be able to understand, because you can't really understand a person. Humans are differently wired, we need to admit that, and we peoples are weird to accept this fact. If someone is doing good to me, he is an amazing, he or she is an amazing person, because they have done something good to me, and they are really very at good behavior with me, and they are doing lot of things for me. They had a nice behavior with me, they are helping me out, and they are understanding me also. Well, and if someone is doing bad to you, or if there is some bad impression for someone in your eye, suppose now if someone is rejected you, for example, so what we start thinking of the scenario that he must be a bad person, he or she must, because we made a perception, and from that perception we start expectation. We start giving the hint to our expectation that what we are expecting, and we make the tag for we make two tags that people are awesome and people are stupid. But do we whether know? Do we understand and try to figure out the concept of that we really don't know what is going in other lives? What is the motivation of doing some things behind that? What's going on in their life? The very first and the very most important concept to know and understand about this statement. We can't blame everyone, we can't blame anyone. We should not judge anyone. If their behavior is bad to me even, there must be any bad motive, or there must be any good motive. We can't say this. What is our job is to understand ourselves, to understand yourself, to take care of yourself. But what to say? We don't have any real data actually. And data is the king, my friend. Data is the king without knowing the raw data, not the filter one, and not the all those data that has been just made for you to show you, for your attention, for your approval, or for your admiration. Not that kind of data. Real data, data patterns, real patterns, all these stuffs that should come in one's mind, that whatever I am having thought and whatever I am thinking for that people, and whatever conclusion and perception and expectation that I am generating inside myself for that people, is it the based on the data, and do I have figured out, or do I have taken out the data that should with me before judging that people and before making any conclusion about that people? If you don't have a data, and if you don't have the exactly what you should know about the people exactly from the real data, not from the others what they are saying and what they are doing, because internet is the world where we so much things, but what we are from inside and what we are from in the real world is totally different. I'm just not talking about the filters, makeups, or any words. I'm talking about the actions. Again, we are coming with another concept that we will talk in the next chapter. But stop thinking that people are complicated and kind of these stuffs, and stop doing judgment and blaming others. That's it. We really don't know that what is going on others' life, and what is going on in anyone's life. Not even you don't know what is going in my life, not even I know what is going in your life. What are we know in the common that we all are human, and we all are human beings that can be weird at that time, and it's all normal. Okay? Finding love can be a pain in the ass. Okay, tell me, do you wanna date your fantasy characters? And are we really expecting that we will have that fictional movie that we used to, fictional characters that we used to watch in the movie, it will happen in this real world? In this real world, that world is full of advertisement, selling, marketing, and so many things. Can we be little logical instead of being so much emotional? Yes, in fact, in dating scenario even, we have to be little more logical. We watch some Netflix series, we watched some web series, and then we are expecting, oh my god, I wish I would have someone like that in my life. Yeah, we all are human, right? So how we are expecting them to be so perfect like they have been shown to us in the movie, that we have been shown to us whatever we saw in the movie and web series and binge watching? How we can expect that? But what we really need to find that what is in our feet, and before that we need to find ourselves first, my lovelies. We need to find ourselves, we need to find what is our interest, and what kind of interest I can look for the other person if they are coming in my life. Moral of this story is that this chapter, that finding love can be a pain in the ass, just because if we remove all those fantasy characters from our mind just for the sake of the real world that we are living and existing in this world, so we will definitely have one, maybe later, maybe now, but we will definitely have someone in our life for sure. But for that, first we need to remove that fantasy characters, and the second is that what we need to find ourselves. Know thyself, know yourself, that what you are, who are you, and how you are expecting others, someone special in your life, to be with you. Not that you have the interest in something else and now you got someone else and now you are just figuring and boggling yourself or disturbing yourself and just wasting your time to thinking that whether he or she is fit for me even or not. So this all the way concept start that we need to find ourselves, the very first concept, that who am I and what I wanna, where I can find the happiness, where I can find that satisfaction wala happiness, not the short-term happiness, not that short-term happiness. Satisfaction is what that lasts for long, that is long-lasting happiness. Okay, and we won't be able to find it in just one shot. कुछ लोग होते हैं इतने lucky, but I guess for finding that one comfortable chair, we need to sit in so many chairs, sit at so many chairs, right? Dear Zindagi ki ye dialogue hai. But I do really believe that if you don't spend too much, waste your time, don't waste too much of your time. But according to my opinion, just look for what your heart wants. Also, take your mind with you. Screw happiness. Do we know, lovelies, that we are happiness junkies? Yes, we do know. Happiness is doing this, happiness is doing that, happiness is in that person, happiness is in that thing, happiness is in that moment, happiness is in the moment that we are currently living in, happiness is doing whatever the things that I have interest. But have you ever stopped just a minute and ask yourself that the happiness, the short-term happiness, the pleasure, short-term pleasure that I am getting from doing this and whatever the stuffs we are having the life and whatever the definition that we are giving to the happiness, is that giving us the self-satisfaction vibes? There is a difference between happiness and satisfaction, and we should choose satisfaction, not the happiness. You know what? Sometimes satisfaction doesn't mean that you have to be happy all over the time, but self-satisfaction gives you that calm and that moment, and that forever moment of that happiness that give you some place in your life, actually, for your place. It's not giving your place in others' life. I'm not talking about them. It is like creating your own space to your life. It is called the self-satisfaction. Whether you are satisfied with the whatever you are doing right now that gives you happiness or not. Because sometimes happiness sucks. We don't able to figure it out whether this is short-term pleasure or this is giving me the happiness for all time. If we are going out, we are happy. But are we doing something really happy for us that will be long-term lasting? Do we have that state of mind that gives us peacefulness while doing something where we feel really happy from inside? Do you think of that peacefulness? Do we think of that self-satisfaction? Of just keeping that random happiness aside? See, I'm also here to create happiness and healthiness. Trust me. But this happiness that I wanna create, just giving my example, the happiness that I wanna create is giving me really intense and immense self-satisfaction. That I want to contribute whatever I am learning to my lovelies, to my audience, to my people, to everyone who is watching me. This is giving me self-satisfaction and I'm really happy about. But doing something that give you just a momentary pleasure and just a temporary happiness, temporary kind of boost in your life, it is not that real happiness, and we people are almost wasting I can say that most percent of our life in this kind of happiness. And we need to understand the difference between happiness and self-satisfaction and where it comes from. Actually, we need to figure it out by ourselves. You need to figure out what is your self-belief, what your beliefs lies in, what kind of things, what kind of people, what kind of you lies in your belief. You have to figure it out. What makes you happy? What does your self want actually? What you don't want? What does your self don't want actually? And here the decision part comes when we nicely got to know about that what we really don't want, and when we make decision after getting know about this, then we are already making the clear path for deciding what we are really wanting and what I really want for myself, from me. And like the scenario happened, the kind of environment you will create, so that kind of environment you will get nurture and you will grow. You will grow yourself, right? So it all depends on the fact that choose satisfaction, not happiness. Because self-satisfaction is the byproduct of happiness. If you are choosing your satisfaction now, so you will get the happiness. Decide yourself. We are enough young, we are enough educated to decide what makes us happy, long-term happiness, and what makes just short-term temporary things to feel good. So just figure it out. There are a lot of things that you might be doing, enjoying all the time, doing thing, but does it give you any motivation, any inspiration for your the next days, for your next moment, for your next connected point of view, point of life? Think about it, because we have the time to take whatever we wanna. Otherwise, learning is all over the age, but growing takes some time. Screw pleasing people. Yes, we need to screw pleasing people. How do we define our self-worth? How does your self-worth comes from yourself? From yourself? Or does it takes other approval and other admirations and other acceptance in your life? Have you figured it out yet or not? Or are we totally dependent on others' approval only? See, now we are coming on the another chapter of this book, another concept of this book that is really important in our life, and that is we need to screw pleasing people. And what it comes directly from that, whatever we are doing, if we are doing something for the others' attentions, for the others' approval, if we are seeking the approval and attentions of other peoples who are capable and awesome in our eyes, then we are doing wrong with ourselves. We have to understand this, that we need to live for ourselves. I need to live for myself, not for you. If you will live for yourself, then you will automatically create a good impact in the world. Because you are exploring yourself, you are knowing yourself, and this is how you are growing. This is how you will nurture yourself. So here comes some points I have learned from this book, that why we should screw pleasing people. Because we have the thought that we should seek the approval and acceptance of people who are capable and awesome in our eyes, in your eyes. Those who feel superior to others by assuming a sense of superiority. What does it mean? That sometimes we are just showing off because of their commitments, or because of their comments, because of their compliments. Why do we need to show off, man? Either I have the things, I have the stuffs, or not, I am not going to show off. Whatever is in me, it will automatically resemble myself, it will automatically present myself, represent myself. I don't need to show off. In another way, learning and competing and taking approval are totally three different things. And I am neither competing, and I am not I need approval of others. What I am here is to learn and to share and to improve myself. And I will take your comment, I will take your compliments as for the improvements, for the feedback. This is how I wanna love you all. This is how I love myself. I know myself. I want to know myself. People will come, people will go, they will leave you, they will stay with you even, but you are the only person who will stay with you at the last. We have to remind this ourselves as each and every day, every moment of the time, that you are the only one who will stay with you at the last. So never stop comparing yourself for winning purpose and for whatever, and for even for making other people feel low. No, we are not responsible, and we don't have a right to think such kind of things. See, here I got something good one, that before dragging yourself down or someone else down, always remind yourself that they haven't lived a day in your shoes and you haven't in theirs. We all know this, right? Then still we are someone, or we sometimes make people to drag them down. But we have to accept that nobody cares, and nobody cares unless they have a personal motives to care. So people are interested in their own lives mostly. Yeah, exactly. Because they whatever do, they are connecting themselves as well, right? These are all the facts that may be sounding weird right now at the same time, but what the truths are harsh to accept, right? And we almost get ourselves to run away from all this truth, and just get down in the circular world thoughts. But we have to change from wherever it possible, right? So just be yourself, screw pleasing people, and just do whatever you wanna do. If it is admirable, then your well-wishers will absolutely admire you, will appreciate for you. And if it is not, then don't take their negative feedback as something negative points for your life. Each and every word has something to learn, and we should not skip that part. Even there is so much learned from the negative feedback. Even just open yourself to the improvement. You are a nation, my friend. So why we should build a self-reliant one? Okay, so here we go. What is the thought behind this statement? This is what we need to understand: where is our self-control and where is our self-respect? How to find them, how to proceed with them. We need to figure it out in this chapter. Now we know that we are the one who is here to create satisfaction, to create the happiness, to create ourselves. Now we have to figure it out that should we do for building a nation, because it's not about you only. You are doing good to yours, but when you will reflect this goodness to others, what will be their impact? What will be that impact? What will be the impact for them? Now here we think, because as a community, as a nation, we have to think about for our people also, right? For our contribution also, right? You get to control what do you think and how do you think and how do you wanna give that thing into the action. Yes, we need to focus on this only. And this is how you will able to create your own nation, to create a nation where you can contribute, where we can participate with each other, not against each other. We don't want that. So also we can't please everyone and we can't control anyone. What we need to do, that we need to do self-control. We need to self-satisfy for whatever we are working for, for whoever we are. So it's all the circle of finding and creating yourself, and it all will lead to our loved ones, our community. It will all impact without caring extra for pleasing stuff, without caring for extra approvals, compliments and all those stuff, without noticing and without caring for all those. Okay? So just mark my words, lovelies. There is no person on this planet with whom you would agree on everything 100%. There is no person on this planet with whom you would disagree on every single thing. And my favorite one, there is no person on this planet from whom you cannot learn something new. Admire, never follow. This is one of the best chapters that I loved learning from this book, and actually why I have learned why I loved to learn from this chapter, we will share together. So the thing is, we have so many roles, ideals, and so many perfect beings in our eye. That, oh, look at him, look at her, he's so damn perfect, she is so damn gorgeous, she is so damn perfect and all over. No, Nobody is perfect. We have to agree to this point. And nobody is perfect. We have to understand this concept. Because whenever we say that they are so perfect now and we are following them, now we are making ourselves, forcing ourselves, actually I am forcing myself in actual to be like them, to be like he, to be like she, to be so cool, to be so savage, to be so gorgeous, to be so flawless like him, her, everyone that like them. So what are we doing here right now? We are just killing that person inside me. I am killing that. We are killing that person inside ourselves that really exists inside me. For becoming that perfect picture, that kind of perfect people that we are assuming in our mind, assumption is very wrong. This assumption can lead to us in the danger zone. Yes, we will totally lose what the real we are, because now we are fantasizing, we are living in their world, we are thinking of their world, we are following their world. So we want us like I want me like them only, like he, like her only. So here I am losing myself, the inner myself, right? Isn't so? This is what we do now. See, I'm not saying that we should not admire. We should definitely admire. This is how the inspiration comes from. You see a person doing something, saying something, performing something, and you we got inspired by them. We got so much inspiration from them, and then we think that, oh, I should also adapt this kind of lessons with me, to me in my life. But adapting, admiring is far away different from following and total imitating, totally copying. I also like this book, and I admired whatever I've learned from this book. That's why I thought, why shouldn't we share this all together? But this doesn't mean that I'm blindly following all the concepts written in this book. The only concepts that I am sharing with you, all that I am really loving it and I have learned from it, and I want it to apply in myself, apply in my life, and also I'm sharing to you all. But it doesn't mean that I have to be like Sweta Gangoy, right? No, he is another person, I am another person, right? So how I can complete or how I can mold myself into some other person? I want to be me. You want to be you, right? You are you. I am me. So why to be like them? Doesn't make sense, right? I am knowing that I am definitely going to learn from you, from whoever I will meet tomorrow, today, future, anywhere, in the past even, of course. So there is no person in this world from whom we cannot learn something new. We all have so many stories to share with each other. Let's explore, create and share together. So we all are nation, right? We have to meet something that we wanna be one, we wanna create one, we wanna build one. So we will move to the another chapter, and almost this book is about to finish. I am hoping that you guys are enjoying this, the hard realities, or I don't know. So let me know in the comment box, by the way, what part you have enjoyed it or not. Now another point to say that data. Keep finding the data if you are really and genuinely interested about looking for someone and something. Just don't judge or complain anyone, blame anyone about them. Okay? So data is a really sexy concept here. We have to admit it. Now the another point is that it's all right to feel pain. See, we all are human beings at the end, right? We have the emotions, man. We have the emotions to feel, to cry, to laugh, to do whatever. We have all the emotions. So why shouldn't we feel the pain? It is all right. It is okay to not to be okay. It is okay to not have a plan. It is okay to fail. It is okay to feel down. It is all okay. But above all, it is also okay that experiencing alone such scenario make you know more and more about yourself. जितना आप खुद को टाइम दोगे ना, उतना ही आप खुद को समझ पाओगे, ट्रस्ट मी। और अगर आपने खुद को समझ लिया तो आपके इस खुद सुलझे हुए लाइफ से आपके सराउंडिंग्स भी बहुत ही पॉजिटिव हो जाएंगे, आपके लिए, आप दूसरों के लिए। आफ्टर ऑल वी आर सपोज टू बी लिव विथ ईच अदर, राइट? मरना तो अकेले ही है, बट स्टिल वी आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स। So be yourself, live yourself, never compare yourself to anybody, never judge anybody, never blame anyone. Control yourself, don't try to control anyone. Never forget where your self-respect lies. Keep finding yourself, keep being you, keep investing in yourself. Don't please people. Don't seek for the happiness only. Choose satisfaction over it. Try to find where your internal happiness lies. And this is all about this book. You are you, you have you. You can create yourself. You can disrupt yourself. You can tell yourself. All the options are in our hand. So here we are completing this book, Summary of the Rudest Book Ever by Sweta Gangwar, and I loved to share all the concepts that I have learned and appreciated and applied in my life. I have shared with you all my lovelies, and I hope that you also have loved watching this. If you have, then what you need to do, give a subscribe button, thumbs up button, like button, and share it with your friends, family and cousins, siblings, everyone to whom you want to listen, to your partners, to your relationship, and make it to apply in your own world. And thank you for being and listening to this book. And you can find this book in Amazon and Flipkart, in any e-commerce website. To have, you can get yourself the hard copy, which is must, like you should have. If you love reading books, you should have copy of this book also. I guess so, because this is really awesome and काफी सच्चाई वाली book type मुझे लगा. So here we have shared this all together, and much love, good health to you all. And give your feedback, drop your thoughts in the comment box, that what your thought is regarding the things that I have shared. We will learn and grow each other, of course. So just let me know, drop your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to read that, and also give your suggestions, feedback. We are all happy. Suggestions are most welcome to my channels. And just तब तक के लिए stay happy, stay tuned, and be your better version of yourself. Be better version of yourself. Bye bye. Take care.